Let's talk about the game. Thank goodness you're here. Hi, my name is Kurosh, and welcome to my show, the KJP Show, where we celebrate and elevate indie games, game developers. Today, we're going to talk about the indie game Thank Goodness You're Here, developed by Cole's Supper and published by Panic Inc. This game is something. This game is a narrative kind of like point and click game, but it's just comedy in its best form in a game. I haven't laughed this hard in, even though with shows included, I haven't laughed this hard in a while, so consistently. You're a traveling salesman. You're coming into this town. You're trying to meet with the mayor when you first come in, and you're this like pint-sized little kind of guy in this cartoony world, and the only action you can take, or the only two actions you can take, are jumping and slapping. And you're supposed to do that to engage with everything. So you'll jump onto platforms and you'll just slap everything. And you'll see things happen. You have to make sure you do them in the right order. And there's so many. There's a whole city, and you're over the course of the 4 to 5 hours that you play this game, just a whole slew of things occur that will either have you snickering, confused, giggling, or just laughing your ass off, essentially. And when I say like it had me laughing, it was the weird. So it is weird. I will say that. Like, take a look at it, watch a trailer, watch this video, get a sense of what it is. Because if it's not your cup of tea, I don't think you're gonna enjoy any aspect of it. It's very consistent throughout. But if it's your vibe, if this is the type of thing that you get a kick out of, you are going to be enjoying it the entire time. There are aspects, there's like characters that you run into that you just are like, oh, they're just a little thing. Like there's this one guy, I'll say, like right out the gate, you exit the mayor's office, and he's stuck his hand down like a sewer drain, and he's stuck. And so every time you come by after you've engaged with something else, as long as you've engaged with something else, you come back, it develops further. And as you walk by him, now there's a crowd. You come by him again, now there's a fire department. You come back again, they're trying to do something. And spoilers, but there's a series of events that if you go to this bakery and you somehow slide a giant slab of butter out of the store, it slides across town, and it lands right next to him, and then all of a sudden kind of little mini cutscene episode occurs that kind of not resolves it, but gets to a culmination or a climax to what that would be, to take it to like whatever the next environmental step is with those characters. And they'll reappear sometimes. And like, again, this is very much a slapstick, just kind of, it's almost like, I don't want to call it a show because you are engaging with it, but it is narrative. So this game is very much leaning completely into that, and it's just wanting you to just click everything. Almost like, it reminded me of like E-Bombs World and Newgrounds. If you're familiar with the early days of the internet, those were very like, oh, we're getting like peanut butter jelly time and like banana phone. This gave me strong vibes of that kind of humor and Numa Numa and stuff. But also a very strong like British twist to it. Like there's a humor that you would see throughout its cast and throughout all the folks involved, that it's just like very slapstick, very kind of Monty Python-y too. And the cast is great. I need to really highlight that. One of the notable voices in it is Matt Berry, well known for What We Do in the Shadows and several other like IT Crowd and many other things in his filmography. But I love him and everything he's done, and he fits. Like, he's not even like a biggest character, but when you hear him, you're like, that is him. And many other characters like him have such funny roles that it's hard not to just like want to sit back. Like, you were like, I want to engage with this to the point where I get the full reward of a cutscene or of whatever the next segment is. Because when you get them, the payoffs are always big and they're always worthwhile. Like, it's always a treat each time. It's a joy. And visually speaking, I should say, Thank Goodness You're Here has such a strong, just cartoony tone to it that it works so well for the subject matter. It is a bit zany, it is a bit bombastic. I don't want to liken it to anything specific, but it kind of blends a lot of things together and has its own unique style. that just works so well with the humor and with the subject matter it's going for. You're going through kind of like a small town, and like I said, you're a traveling salesman going through this town. And just every bit. I think I finished it in one, maybe two sittings because I had a free night. I didn't really have much else going on, and I was like, I don't want to, like, once I grabbed it and started, I did not want to put it down. And I was playing on Steam. You can play this, I believe, on all platforms. Um, it's out and it's on all platforms, and it works. It just works. That's thank goodness you're here. It just works so well, and it gave me such a laugh that I think people owe it to themselves to just sometimes treat themselves with a smaller game, but it doesn't, much like the character. The character is a tiny guy. Like this town is full of what would be considered normal sized people. He is like he is smaller than children, for some reason. I don't know why. They don't explain it, but that's how I feel about the size of this game. It just works in that small size so well that it was kind of like a palate cleanser. I was going between, I believe it was a lot of Diablo and Helldivers, and I was like, I just kind of need something to chill, to like break the tension and to ease me back into something a little bit more lighthearted. And thank goodness you're here. Thank goodness it was here. Like, honestly, the name speaks for itself. I recommend you check it out if it's your cup of tea. Please give them a look. Take some time with it. Let me know what your favorite stories or bits are if you've played it. I'd love to hear. I haven't met anyone yet that has had the chance to play it. And so I'm really excited. I want to talk about it with people too. So part of this is a selfish reason. I want to make a video about it, but it's so good. Like I guarantee you, if you want a funny time, treat yourself. Get some people around too. I think in hindsight that would have been cool, is sitting around with some friends, having a few drinks and hanging out, and trying to play through this game and just laughing the whole time. So if you do play it, let me know what you think. Love to hear from you. And thank you for checking this video out. I appreciate the time. We'll catch you next time.